What's up, guys? This is TimeFluid Programming, and I wanted to go ahead and do this video for a while now, but I didn't know how to get into it. I mean, there would probably only be like 3 people viewing it. I'm going to try to go real fast to make this short, but it's probably going to be like 20 minutes long. Anyways, it's something new on my channel. I wasn't going to animate it all, but I have no clue how to animate, so let's just get into it. So, my sophomore year, I went to a school named Sullivan High School, and I cracked their iPads is what I called it. And I don't care that I'm telling you guys what school I went to because I'm not even around there anymore. So go ahead and Google the maps if you want to. But I actually have one of the iPads right here from it, and I'll show you that in a bit. So I went to the school, got my iPad because they gave out iPads to all the students for the school year. And they had the cameras disabled, the App Store, and the website's blocked. And the websites were blocked here. I got a thing from, I think it was this one, Lightspeed. And I'll go ahead and click on the demo. But anyways, you know, you couldn't get anything other than I'm not going to click on the demo because you have to go sign up. But they had it blocked by Lightspeed. And I wanted to get it past that because, you know, what fun is going to school without games on your iPad or the camera or anything like that? I mean, I wanted to Snapchat in class. How could I do that without a camera or an actual app store? So I took my iPad home. It took me a couple nights because whenever you'd plug it into iTunes, you'd get a prompt saying, like, this, you cannot manage this iPad on this computer or something like that. I couldn't find the prompt on Google. I tried to Google it, and I tried to find all the files and stuff I could that does with this. But anyways, so I had that iPad in my iPad. And the year before this, I went to a different school, and I tried to do this, but I didn't know how. But this year, I mean, I knew I could do it because I was really into computers, so I was like, I have all night. So I sit there, I try to find it out, and I end up finding out, I can't think what it's called. I should have Googled this before because I haven't done it for like 2 years. It's been 2 years now since my sophomore year because this is my senior year in 2 days. But the DFU mode or something like that, it's called. It's where you hold down the power and the home button, and then you let go of the power button and hold the home button, and it'll say plug in iTunes. So I had that, and it let me restore my iPad and back it up, I believe. I think that's when I backed it up. Okay, so I had a backup of my iPad. I found out how to get it back up somehow. I can't exactly remember how. I'm pretty sure it was through that. But I backed up my iPad, and then I was ready to go. Restore my iPad, remove the profile. Before this, I did find out that you could just go into settings, general, and profiles. Now it's called profiles and device management or something like that. And you could just, you know, go in there and remove it. But I didn't want to do that because whenever you did that, it sent them a thing saying, you know, that you logged off the Lightspeed because they could sit and see every iPad that was off. But I didn't run into that problem ever because they never noticed that I was off Lightspeed personally, but I was the whole time, but pretty much the whole time I've had my iPad. But anyway, sorry. I was off Lightspeed for that while, and then I was off everything, you know. I had my own app store, but what really sucked is whenever you were in the classroom and you had to download an app that costs money because they had their own little store. It was like FileWave or something like that. I think it was FileWave. I don't have any website open for that. I should have looked that up too before the video. But it was like FileWave or something like that. And, you know, it would be like their own app store. But the app store for the iPad was disabled. All that kind of stuff was disabled. So, you know, that kind of sucked whenever you had to do that. But people see me, and they see me playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on my iPad and stuff, and they're like, whoa, how did you do that? Are you going to show us? So I ended up showing them how they can just remove the profile because I was too lazy at that point to do anything, which that was a mistake of me. I shouldn't have showed them how to do that. But I had my own way around it. So I started taking in iPads, and at first it started like 1 or 2 a night, and it got up to 5, and one time probably 6. Yeah, 6, I believe. But I would literally have like 5 iPads in a night. That's crazy. My mom would ask what I'm doing with them, and, you know, I kind of told her, I mean, it's who I am. It's what I like to do. So I got all these iPads. I would, you know, take off the profiles, enable the cameras and everything. And then I can't open this because I can't download the iPhone configuration utility for my computer because they don't make it for Windows anymore, and you can't download the little one. But I have this on Google Drive from last year or 2 years ago, my sophomore year, whenever I did this. That's the file wave. That's like the one with App Store, and these are ones I made right here. Just ignore them for right now. And this is where I jailbroke my iPad and took their profiles off of there, so I would have my own personal copy of them, so I can open them and look at them. But anyways, so people, when they remove their profiles too, also it unconnects you from the Wi-Fi. So there were so many people that came up to me asking me if I knew how to, which at first I kind of fibbed about it because I said, I cannot do that. I don't know the Wi-Fi password, but I did because whenever I had my iPad, this one isn't my actual iPad from school, I returned mine. Whenever I had my iPad, I jailbroke it after I removed the profiles, and then I got a Cydia tweak called like passwords or something like that, which enables you to see the list of every Wi-Fi you've been connected to and the passwords for it and what type of Wi-Fi it is, like WPA or something like that. But the secret behind the Wi-Fi password, it wasn't only that no one else knew it besides the tech people and probably some of the staff, but you had to put it as WPA too or something like that, because like you couldn't just click on the Wi-Fi, type in the password. You had to type in Sullivan High School Wireless and then do that. So I started to get annoyed from people being stupid and removing the profiles and then giving it to me to type in the password because, that's just annoying. Just type in the password and plus you have to walk away from them so they don't see the password because, I didn't want anyone else. I told my friend, his name was Willis, I told my friend Willis the password and he helped me with this kind of stuff. I mean, he didn't do the tech, but he provided me with iPads pretty much. So he started to get me iPads and I would crack them is what I called it. We ended up launching a website, which I done it, but I also let him get on and edit some things too. He was a little techie, but it was with Weebly. It was Sullivan High School Cracks.weebly.com, which I looked and the website is up. I don't know if it's if you're inactive for so long or something like that. It goes down because it's been 2 years since this. So I first put on there Sullivan High School Cracks, what we wore, and put that out there, and then I put the profile for Wi-Fi so then people could go do that, which still led to a problem because if they're at school, then they can't connect to the Wi-Fi to go on the website to do that. So there's a few times I had to host off my phone Wi-Fi so they can go on the website and click it. But mostly it was made for when they're home. They can connect to their Wi-Fi, then go to my website, push install. It would download the configuration profile, and then, it would do that. So the next day when they go to school, they'd be back on the Wi-Fi. So for a while, that worked. And then the word got around, I was literally bringing 5 iPads a night. Imagine it. This school's big. At least 5 iPads. There might be a couple nights I bring 1 or 2, and maybe literally 1 or maybe 2 nights I didn't bring any, just because I refused to, just because, it was kind of got boring bringing iPads all the time. So there might be a few nights like that, but not really. I literally had probably about every single iPad in the school done. So then he would start, the tech guy, Mr. Woodsmall is his name. How I see it, he could see on the light speed system that, that all these iPads are disconnected. So all the iPads are disconnected. If I remember right, it never happened to me, so I don't exactly know. But I believe if you had your iPad disconnected, what they did is they gave you in-school suspension. I can't say this, sorry, for a day. So we had people like that had in-school suspension for a day. Just people like that. And then they contacted the people that made a profile, which actually he told my friend Willis, Willis works with them, for something, and he told other people that he scripted these profiles, which is so fake. He did not. He used his Mac, and yes, made some, and ones like this, the FileWave, that was made by the FileWave company. The Lightspeed one, that was made by Lightspeed, not him. He did not even script anything. So at first it made me believe that, but I ended up finding the configuration utility, and I made these. I made other ones too, because of course I already told you about the internet, but these are like these were supposed to remove, which I did end up finding it out, but I never had it on the website. Pretty much you would put the same identifier, and when you remove it, it would remove those same ones with the other identifier that were locked. But I haven't got to that point, have I? Forgot to tell you. Anyways, Mr. Woodsmall, he contacted the people. He got it updated where, I mean, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't go on the computer anymore and do the DFU mode or whatever it's called and do that, because I mean, it wasn't personally him that found out. I think it was either Apple or whoever it was he contacted, and I don't even think they probably even told him how it was done. But there still was a way around that you could do that, and I'll get to that later. But anyways, I made these profiles and never end up using them because my iPad was already done, my friends was already done, and I wasn't going to put them out on the internet where anyone can do it, because I kind of like bringing in all these iPads. I thought about getting paid for it, like, like, give me $5 and I'll do your iPad. But at that point, I already done almost every iPad in the school. And this all is a true story. So, Mr. Woodsmall started asking around classes. He's like, who's TimeFluid? He asked in my friend's class first, and a couple days later, he actually asked in my class, and he had no clue. He's like, who's this TimeFluid? Because he knew TimeFluid, because TimeFluid was doing this, because these profiles are all signed by TimeFluid. I'm going to see if I can open it. Oh yeah, here. This isn't the actual, this is the actual profile, but I meant, this is probably all you can see without the profile thing. See, this profile is made by TimeFluid programming. This was a WPA. So that was for the Wi-Fi. It looks like that was one that also had the Wi-Fi in it. And then removes the SHS. That was the school's like short name for, it was a short name. So it would remove that profile and also connect you to the Wi-Fi at the same time. So there was a couple iPads that I put that on that had that. So Mr. Woodsmall couldn't figure it out. And I wish I had the website up, and I wish I still had the video. Actually, on the YouTube that you're watching this on is the one I think I posted the video on, but it's no longer up because I deleted it after I had kind of got caught. I'll get into that later. So I made a fake program called Sullivan High School Cracks. It was, what's it called? Metro form, I can't say it. It was a Metro style form, like form. I don't know how to explain. You just gotta know. But anyways, Visual Basic is very basic. So I made a thing, and it would pretty much look like a console. So the video would show what looked to be an iPad being plugged into the computer. It would say blah 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 iPad connected, which in this case I just had it say Sullivan High School Cracked iPad connected, and then it would say push start to begin or whatever. You would start the program, and it would run down like the screen, like this fake console that actually would say stuff like backing up, removing blah 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 files, removing file wave profile or stuff like that. Things like that. It would just say that, and then saying installing Sullivan High School Cracked profile. And so I had that into a YouTube video, and I also had it on the website. So then, you would view it on the website, and I knew he got on the website because I heard, and he also seen the website. But I'll get into how I know he's seen the video later. But anyways, so I got all kinds of stuff. I literally even changed people's grades for them sometimes, only close people, because I didn't want to get in trouble, and I knew that was a big thing. I had full access to Harmony. That wasn't any hacking or whatever you call it. That was literally my friend Willis found a Harmony password. It wasn't in a desk. It was on the back of the teacher's iPad, like in their case in the back. And I don't know why the teacher had put it there. So we had the Harmony password, and I knew how to use it already because my last school also had a Harmony password. So I could literally see every student's phone number that was on records and their parents' phone number. I could see addresses, grades, everything. Actually, one time I was in class and I called from a different app, and I'll get into that part later too. A different app called Vox, VOXOX or something like that. I called a teacher during class. It was funny, they answered the phone, but that was on mute, of course, because I didn't want to get caught. But I had full access to everything, you know. I changed a couple grades, and I also one day in State Hall, I went over to the computer lab with Willis, and we sat there. Willis watched me, and I got into literally the server, like everything. They have their own server. I could see everything. I could type in a name and see the serial code for someone's iPad or anything. I could see every file. Like, you could connect in sorry, look at other documents that's on the server. You could do all that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So eventually, I may have skipped a few things, but eventually I made an anonymous call, and I used a let me see if there's anything cool. All right, I used a speech program on my computer, which you know, with whatever you type, it talked. I could have used one online, but I ended up coding one myself because that's the kind of stuff I was learning. I watched a YouTube video how to do that, and I was learning that kind of stuff. So I ended up doing that, and then it pretty much said, you know, we can get into anything. We done all the iPads, and we pretty much confessed, I guess. We're just saying that we done all the iPads and saying that we got into the server, and even named a couple things off the server so they know it was true. So that's where it got serious, all right? He started Googling TimeFluid programming, or TimeFluid. Anyways, and my Facebook said TimeFluid. And I mean, it's nothing I was hiding, of course, because I knew it was there. And he ended up finding that, and he started questioning my friend and me because we both had TimeFluid. And then he said the Stud Muffin group. And let me go ahead and see if I can find that Stud Muffin picture he's talking about while I'm talking. But anyways, it was on my Facebook he found, and he started questioning all the people. Let me see. I'm about to pop it up, sorry. Alright, let me put it right there. There you go. So I had this picture. That's my friend Jacob, friend Willis, and that was me. So, and you guys seen that hat because my YouTube. But anyways, he literally asked all this, and I don't remember. I don't recall him asking Jacob, but he asked Willis definitely. He asked what was going on, who was doing it, and stuff. Willis didn't answer. He ended up the principal ended up pulling me into her office and said, "We know it was you that called." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, gave the most bullcrap story I've ever heard. They just made this up. They said, "We tracked the phone number, which led to your IP address, which led to your house, which led to your computer," or something like that. Like, it didn't even make sense. Okay. I use the app Vox, which is untraceable for one. It's not on the App Store anymore. It got removed. I couldn't imagine why, because you could change your phone number to anyone. But it's untraceable, I know. And plus, I was even using a VPN at the point, so even if it was traceable, it would still go through a VPN, and they wouldn't. A school definitely no, they couldn't do that. Definitely not Mr. Woodsmall. I mean, he's a little tech smart, but not that much. I mean, a sophomore showed him up easily, without even trying. Like, it was easy, but they said that, and I didn't confess to that part because I didn't want to get in trouble. They called my mom, told her that, called her and told her what was happening, and said they could press charges, and they told me that too. They're telling me that they can press charges. So, you know, I'm starting to get scared because they can press charges on me. I'm like, whoa. I was just having fun. So, she told me to go to the tech guy's office. I get in there, I was like, "Hey, I'm kind of hesitant, you know, like this." I'm like, "Hey," and he's like, "So, your TimeFluid?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Just show me how you do it, and you're not gonna get in that much trouble." So I literally, I go to his computer and he's been trying to figure out for a couple of days now, or actually more than a couple of days, probably a couple of weeks. He told me he's been trying to find it out for a while how to do it. And he couldn't figure it out. So I had to show him how to do it. I had to go right there, and he was trying to do stuff. I was like, first put it in the DFU mode or whatever it's called. I can't think what it's called, sorry, because it's been 2 years. And he's like, all right. He's like, you don't need a tool for this, because he went on the website and seen the fake tool I made just to mess with him. That's literally hilarious. So, and I sit there and showed him, and I done the whole iPad for him. But of course, I couldn't touch his computer because, TimeFluid, the quote unquote hacker, is what he literally called me. He called me a hacker. But I showed him on his computer, and that got me out again, charges press on me. And after that, he started asking me, because I also left his, what do you call it, call lead, his partner or something, tech partner, a voicemail too, saying the same thing with that robot voice or whatever. And he's like, where did you get the name TimeFluid? And I was like, I game. I mean, that's my gaming name. And he asked why I done that. I was like, because I didn't want the camera and stuff on mine, and it was fun for me. That's what I like to do. I like to look into technology and things. So after that, I went home and everything, and my mom was kind of mad at first, but at the same time, she was kind of okay with it, because she I don't know what she was thinking. Probably that I was like tech smart or something, because we tell the story and laugh about it now. And this is all 100% true. I swear on my channel it's true. And all this happened. It was great. The website, I forgot to put this in here. I eventually had like a fake terminal and stuff on it, so like kids could go and look like they're hacking and things like that. Just like all kinds of, and I had some games. And I was trying to make my own app, but I didn't have a Mac to do at that point. But also, just to explain this iPad, this is actually an iPad from Sullivan High School. And I don't have the sticker on it anymore. But it's actually an iPad that I had from when I was going to do it at the very end of the year. And I didn't have time yet. And the kid ended up moving schools, and I was still in contact with them. And he said it was alright, just keep it here. He paid for it. It was like only $50, and he's like, "It's alright, man, just keep it." Thanks. So, but so it's not stolen technically. I mean, he paid for it, and just like if he took it, so it's not stolen or anything. It still has a profile on it, and now they have. Here, let me see if I can. Now they have it locked. Oh, I have a screenshot. I forgot. They have it locked. This is something you can't really get it past right now. I had screenshots, and you can't get past that. And I also have it up on iTunes too. There you go. So they have it locked where I can't get past it. And I've tried all kinds of things, and I haven't looked in it for a while, but I'm going to soon and see if I can do anything with this iPad and sell it or whatever, because I already sold another one from Sullivan. But I mean, I don't really know how great this video was. I just wanted to tell that story because there's people that ask me about it all the time, and my mom laughs about it and everything else, and my family does. Because, I mean, a sophomore showed up, a tech guy at his school. It's awesome. But this was my story of when I, as a tech guy said, quote unquote, hacked the high school. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like if you do. I mean, I know this video probably won't get many views, but like and subscribe if you would. Thank you guys so much for staying the whole video if you did. If you did, go ahead and comment, "I stayed the whole video," or something like that. And tell me how you like this story. And if you have any questions about things that happened between, because I had to make this fast because it's already about 25 minutes long, just ask and I'll comment back. But videos might slowly come out. I'm thinking about doing vlogs here soon, and you trust me, you guys will like those biking vlogs. Alright, but anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.